Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Matterhorn Matt presents Matterhorn Mondays.
Okay. Yep.
Hey there, Mountaineers. Welcome to episode 67 or 66. I don't know if Sam is telling the truth or not, but we are here live from Disneyland, as you can see. Monorail above us. You probably can't be able to see it from these cameras, but if you go back, watch the live stream, you'll be able to see it. I'm joined by Kris and Alex. Why don't you guys say hello to the cameras and hello to the stream as well?
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Oh. This took us a while to get set up, but hopefully it'll be worth it. We got some great topics for you guys. Not probably going to be a short show, just because, you know, it took us so long to get set up, and Alex has to get going in a little bit. But we're really excited to be here with all of you guys live from Disneyland. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Jill, Sam, Redmond, Justin, saludos, everybody.
I got an idea.
Kris has an idea.
1 second. 1 second. My idea takes a while. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Got that. Boom. All I do is just double tap. You go back and forth.
Okay, perfect.
Boom. You see
all right. Oh hey. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit, just because. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're still getting everything set up, but again, thank you all coming. Thank you to everybody who's coming on the live stream. I see we have 16 people. Nice pin, says Sam. Thank you. I wonder where I got this. I can't wink. I'd be winking right now, but I can't wink. Denim jacket and a flannel shirt. Good to see Bender back. Is that a Futurama reference?
Yes.
Is it?
Bender, yeah, Bender.
I don't watch Futurama, so I'm just gonna laugh and pretend like I understood what you said.
I want to be Winston.
I want to be Winston, says Justin. Yes, thank you. But yeah, we're really glad to be here today. We might as well just get right into this week's news from the peak. I'm sure this first one, you guys have probably already seen 1,000 times. Avengers trailer was dropped today. What is today? Today is Friday on the day we're recording. So it'll be a couple days for when you guys actually watch the show. But Avengers, I don't really want to spoil the title for those of you guys who haven't seen the title just yet. You guys can go and watch the trailer. It will be in the description below. And they also announced that they will be moving the release date just like they did with, what was the other one? Infinity War. It's pushed up to April 26th from May 3rd. So just like Infinity War got pushed up a week early. And yeah, so very excited for Avengers. Alex is waving at the... You guys might be able to see that, I'm not sure. Yeah, very excited for Avengers 4. Again, don't want to spoil the title for you guys. Second bit of Disney news. The Mary Poppins soundtrack for Mary Poppins Returns was just released today as well. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't really want to listen to it until I see the movie. I don't want to get spoiled by all the good songs. I'll eventually listen to it.
And I don't want to listen to it no matter what.
Exactly. And Kris?
I don't watch that kind of stuff.
He doesn't watch that kind of stuff. Perfect. Let's see. So I've never watched this live before.
You're a younger version of Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, whatever.
Really? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Just okay. Just for everybody, just say life. Finds a way.
Finds a way. Is that good?
He didn't say hi to me. Wow, I'm offended. Finchy08 didn't say hi to me.
Oh yeah, hello. Monorail above. Pretty cool. Watch the monorail go by. Yeah. Hello, Matterhorn Matt and Alex, a historian. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, Mary Poppins soundtrack dropped today as well. What is the date today? It's the...
Should be the 8th?
8th or the 7th? 7th.
Oh.
What is the month? December 7th is the day that the Mary Poppins soundtrack dropped. I listened to one of the songs. I can't remember the name. It's something to do with like lamps. What was the name of the song? I can't remember the song. It was sung by the guy. What is his name? Lin and something.
Lin Morale Miranda. It's just Miranda.
Yeah, something like that.
Miranda.
I think that was his last name.
Oh.
Yeah, I listened to that. That's pretty cool. It was a good song. I'm not gonna listen to the rest until I see the movie. Let's see. And for our third and final bit of Disney news, this was kind of interesting. Link will be in the description below. I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but Emma Stone is set to play Cruella de Vil in a live-action movie. I guess a prequel about Cruella de Vil. Alex, what do you think about that? Emma Stone.
Who is Emma Stone?
She is from the Amazing Spider-Man movies. She plays Gwen Stacy, and she's from La La Land too.
Oh, that she's.
Personally, I don't think she's gonna be very good playing Cruella de Vil.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to see a movie about how Cruella de Vil became Cruella de Vil, only because she's one of my favorite Disney villains. But I mean, the right person has to be picked for that, you know?
Yeah, I think it was last week that Alex said that he wasn't a fan of the live-action 101 Dalmatians. Was that you that said that?
No, it's just the opposite.
Oh, that you were? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the live-action, but I don't really like the animated that much.
Okay. I've watched the... Oh, gosh. Anyways, Chris, what do you think about Emma Stone playing Cruella de Vil? And, like, I think it's supposed to be a prequel.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know much about Emma Stone. It's just the performance I've seen for her, from Spider-Man, she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what does she do? She's kind of a social outcast. She kind of laughs hysterically. What else can I really get from it? So it's kind of hard for me to say if she's a good cast or a bad cast. We have to see, because sometimes these actors can put out a lot more than they actually show on the surface. So it really does depend.
Yeah, I've heard she's good in other movies she's in, like non-La La Land, not Spider-Man. Someone said no Snapple. Saludos amigos said no Snapple. I forgot my Snapple back at the room. I have 2 extra bottles that I completely forgot to bring. So yeah, I'm settling for Coke today. Probably should be drinking water, but I needed the Coke.
I tried to buy water on the way over here, and it was cheaper to buy a bottle of Coke than it was to buy water. Mm-hmm. That was really, really surprising.
Yeah, anyways. We can talk about prices all day long, but...
the funny thing is, water and Coke here are free to Disney, so Disney doesn't have to pay for them.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
It's interesting.
That's a different story, though.
Yeah, we'll save that for another podcast. But anyways, our first, and I guess main topic... Well, before we get into the main topic, I wanted to go over holiday times at the Disneyland Resort. Because this is the first time I've been here during the holiday times. I feel like we can go... each say what our favorite thing during the holiday season is in either Disneyland or in California Adventure. So let's start with Alex. What is your favorite, I guess, piece of decoration, or like favorite food, or favorite thing that they do during the holidays?
I would have to say my favorite decoration during the holidays here at Disneyland would be the castle. I really like to see all the snow on the castle. It's especially nice at night because all of the seams and everything are hidden by the darkness, and it just all ties together into a really beautiful little masterpiece at nighttime. I don't know. I can't think of any special food that I have during the holidays. Here at Disneyland, I don't know about that, but I know sometimes they have special pastries, and I like to try different ones depending on what they have for that year. But mostly what I love about Disneyland during Christmas time is all of it in total. All of the decorations, all of the music, you know, the special feeling that's here. It's not the same as it is in summertime or any other time of year. It's really special.
Chris, what about you? What is your favorite thing about Disneyland during the holiday season?
I think it has to be decorations, just in general. There's two things. One thing people aren't going to like that much, but the decorations are nice, the music's nice, the whole atmosphere completely changes at Disneyland. It's almost like it's almost like a new park when they change over from the decorations of Disneyland. The second thing I kind of like, which many people won't really like, is the Haunted Mansion Holiday, because it gives Haunted Mansion a whole new spin. It's not like the same thing over and over and over and over and over, like Disney World's, which gets a little annoying. But, you know, it's a little bit of change every year, a little bit of spice. So,
A little bit of spice. Okay.
yeah.
For me, I'd have to say, okay, so on Monday, all of us got together for the meetup. Alex said we have to see, what was the name of the thing where they light up the castle during at night?
I think it's called like the Winter Enchantment or something. I don't know what it's called. I call it the snow ceremony because it's like that's when it snows and stuff. And I wanted Matt to see that on the first night that he spent here at Disneyland, because I thought it was really special. In the past years, it had some really amazing special effects that just really just take it to another level. Unfortunately, though, I have to say when we did see it, some of the stuff that was supposed to happen didn't. So, like, I was telling him about how the garland down Main Street lights up in this bright white light, almost looks like snow. The trees along Main Street light up white. You know, all the bunting, the wreaths, everything lights up white, and then the tree lights up white. Well, none of that happened. It stayed regular yellow Christmas lights. So it was kind of like, that was something that was really cool that I really wanted Matt to see, but it didn't really happen.
Well, that is my favorite thing about Disneyland during the Christmas time. It snowed, you guys, and the snow tasted like gingerbread. I mean, how cooler
I don't think
is
you're
that?
supposed to be eating that, Matt.
I mean, I'd eat it. I'd eat all of it if I could. There's a little kid over there. Looks like he's about to get like attacked by ducks.
You know,
or
it's
something.
against the park laws to feed the ducks.
It's actually against the United States law. But yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
What were we saying about? What were we just talking about?
We were going over our favorite things.
I'm gonna respond to some of the
holidays.
comments.
Oh yeah, let's read the comments real quick. Someone said, "Watch out for a falling door because of the monorail."
That's in Walt Disney World, by the way. It's not here.
Let's see. Did you guys do anything special on Walt's birthday? I don't think. Were you guys here for Walt's birthday?
No.
I wasn't here for Walt's birthday.
What was on a Thursday? Wednesday? What was it?
It was on a Wednesday.
I
yeah.
was at school.
Chris at school. I was here. I filmed. I'm putting together, like, not like a tribute video, but I'm putting together a video for Walt's birthday. Just of like raw footage from the Mark Twain, from the train, Mr. Lincoln too. Sort of like all, not necessarily his like favorite attractions, but like the ones he had like a big hand in creating. Pirates, of course. It's just gonna be like a long video, just like unfiltered, with all of the clips in there, just as like a tribute to Walt. And I filmed a bunch of good shots. Filmed a bunch of good shots of the partner statue too. Took some great pictures. Yeah, that's what I did for Walt's birthday. But it was raining a lot that day, so I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to do. I wanted all the footage that I shot for the video to be filmed on his birthday, and I didn't want my camera to break, so yeah, I didn't get to film as much as I wanted to, but I got a lot of stuff. I think you guys will like it.
Sam says to send him a beignet.
Send him a beignet.
Yep. The holiday edition of Haunted Mansion starts way too early. It does, but it's just, well, actually, it depends because it's kind of a Halloween and Christmas overlay, so it starts early, but not too early. If that kind of makes sense. Do you see Bing Bong yet?
I saw Bing Bong. I don't know if you guys watch Justin Scard though. I was in Justin Scard's video when he was filming Bing Bong. I met him. That was awesome. I'll put some pictures up on screen of me, of the selfies I took of Justin Scard. They're like the worst pictures, the worst selfies I've ever taken in my life because I was shaking so much. But yeah, I was in California Adventure that day. I just finished eating lunch with Steve and Lynette. Really great people. I think they're here too. Shout out to those guys. They're really awesome. They were here for the meetup a couple months ago as well. And it's funny, we were talking about Justin Scard. I don't remember what we were talking about him specifically, but I had a fast pass for Midway Mania, and after I got off that ride, I decided to go inside Bing Bong's because, you know, it's sort of new. And I was looking around at all the candy they had, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this really tall guy in like with the Random Land hat on. That train's really loud. I see this tall guy with the Random Land hat on, and I was like, wait a minute. Is that Justin Scard? And yeah, I took a picture with him. I said hi. We talked for like 2 seconds. I didn't want to take up too much of his time.
No, he's really busy usually. He's running all over the place.
He was really nervous. Surprisingly.
No, yeah, he is. Because the thing is, he's not used to talking to people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to like see his personality off camera and on camera. Because of course you guys know, Justin's like this really animated guy on camera. But like off camera, he was really, what's the word, like reserved, I guess?
He has a deeper voice than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect his voice to be so deep. Like when I first ever saw him, I've seen him twice in the parks. The first time I ever saw him, I was walking down Main Street, and he was eating something, and he was stuffing his face with it. I mean, wow. But I was like, hey, Justin, as I walked by, and he was like, "Arr." I'm like, what? I'm like, wow, he has a deep voice.
I talked with him a couple of times before. It's just, he's a very different person on camera. Most vloggers are, most YouTubers are, but different persons on camera compared to real life. Because, to be honest, who's going to watch your real life self?
Yeah.
I mean, if I filmed my real life, it would be really boring. Like, go home, sleep, play video games, do homework, study, edit videos.
Some guy says petition to get that duck-feeding child in a federal prison.
What about the guy top there?
What? How dare you? Where?
What? Oh no, where'd it go? He skipped all the way down. Ah, whatever. We have a lot more to go through. Well, one guy said to streak to the park, play rock, paper, scissors to streak to the park.
I'll do it.
I don't like it really. I was at Shanghai Disneyland last year for Christmas, and it was so nice. It was coldish. I'm not really down for hot Christmas. China's always hot. Blah, 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 blah. Watch out for falling door. How dare you petition. Hi. Oh, it's Lori? Hi,
Lori Carlson?
Yeah.
Hi, Lori.
Oh, it's Lori. We haven't seen Lori. I haven't seen Lori in so long. Lori used to comment on every single one of the podcasts and my videos. I haven't seen her in such a long time. Hi, Lori. Hope you're doing well. We miss you in the comment section. Yeah, hope you're doing well. But yeah.
Oh, Steve's in the chat.
Is Steve?
Yeah.
Hi, Steve.
Hi,
Up
Steve.
there too.
Hey, look, Walt Disney said you're like Justin Scard, but different.
Thank you, Walt. That means so much. Let's see. I guess now we can transition into our main topic, which I posted a couple.
T-Will, we're actually about to get to that right now.
Yeah. So the main topic is, of course, I posted it in the Discord, which if you guys have not joined the Discord, link will be in the description. We have a really awesome group of people there. But yeah, the main topic for today, the animatronics revealed for the Beauty and the Beast attraction at Tokyo
Disney Sea.
At Tokyo. I'm just gonna say
Disneyland,
Tokyo.
Disney Sea. I forgot what it was.
Comments, chat.
I think Disneyland.
But yeah, the animatronics in Tokyo Disney. Yeah, link will be in the description below if you guys have not seen the video or seen the images. Why don't we start with Kris this time? What are your thoughts on the amazing, in my opinion, animatronics that they revealed for the Beauty and the Beast attraction?
I think they're really realistic. I mean, the thing about animatronics, well, it's impressive, but the thing is, it's just like the fluidity is very impressive. I like the The fluid. I can't say it. The movement is very impressive. The animation is very impressive. You watch the video, they actually did say that they got animators from the Disney animation studios to actually animate the animatronics, to help them animate the animatronics. So it gives them a lot more references to work off of. So it looks a lot more realistic. So, like, I think it's for trying to make a character on a screen look realistic.
Oh.
I think they did a wonderful job. It's very beautiful, very, very, very smooth.
Alex, what about you? We know Alex might have some different opinions on these animatronics, so why don't you go ahead and explain yourself?
Different is definitely the word that describes my opinion. I have kind of the opposite opinion that Kris has.
And 99% of the whole Disney community has.
No, actually, like,
really?
everybody really likes the Belle animatronic. But, like, I was even having an argument with Mateo last night about it, because we were just like... Anyway, my opinions on it... Okay, well, there's 3 Belle animatronics. There's one where she's standing next to the Beast. And that one, I'll just say... I guess there's no reason for it to be too animated, so therefore they didn't really do anything amazing with it. She kind of sways back and forth, you know, her arm moves. There's not much to it, and I don't think, honestly, there probably wasn't a reason for that. The most animated of the Belles would be the one where she's standing next to her horse, Philippe. In that one, she kind of moves around. She's holding the reins of the horse. She sways. Her face has different facial expressions. There's different stuff with that one, but the one I despise the most would actually be the Belle that's holding the lantern, looking for her father. At least I think that's the one where she's looking for her father. And I think that one is really rather kind of lazy compared to other Disney animatronics, because she doesn't move. Like, literally, like, she is like this, holding a lantern, and it's like someone's holding her from the feet and just twisting her around like this. It's like she doesn't do anything. And...
Oh, I mean, she does step forward like this. Her body goes like that.
Yeah, once again, it's like someone's holding her by the feet and moving her. It's not like she's like physically like moving her arms and, you know, moving her head very much, or, you know, or doing much of anything. She's just kind of just in a static pose, and then from the bottom they're animating her by twisting her around in any which way. And I feel like that was, you know, not very groundbreaking. I feel like what they did in
What happens? You drink Coke.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Anyways.
I feel like what they did with the 2 fighting pirates in Disneyland Paris's Pirates of the Caribbean was a lot more advanced than what they did here. And while they may not move as fluidly or nicely, I think that, you know, I mean, there's even another one that's comparable, which is, you know, the animatronic of Benjamin Franklin that climbs the stairs. You know, that one seems to me like more groundbreaking than this Belle, who kind of just is like an action figure that they're twisting around with their hand. It just doesn't do anything for me, and I just feel like everyone is kind of giving it way too much credit. Especially like one of my opinions is that the Ariel animatronic from Undersea Adventure, there's 3 different ones, but I think nevertheless all 3 of them bring something to the table that they've already brought to the table with this Belle. So it's like, but what they did was they did that back in 2011 with Ariel. So it's like, I feel like people just forgot what it was like. But one last thing. People mentioned the fluidity of the Belle characters. And I have to say their fluidity is very unrealistic. They look way too like fluid. There's a you know, a difference between like fluid movement and, you know, what's the word, like having a flourish or a you know, something to a movement. If I pick up this Coke bottle, there's one thing, you know, with me picking up a Coke bottle and bringing it to my mouth. There's another thing where you're like, oh, ooh, it's a Coke bottle. Ooh, you know, it's just like, it's just ridiculously like overly done. And so that's just the things that bother me.
Okay.
I have a complete different. I can counter half of Alex's points there. So the thing about Little Mermaid, what I've been seeing, the animatronics in that are so jiggery. Like they jerk like this. It's very annoying.
They are 7 years old though.
The ones in Pirates of the Caribbean and Paris, they look very fake. I never ever could get around them fighting. I never thought of them fighting. Cause it just I can tell when they stop. It's like this. They stop like that. They do shake a little bit if you do one person. They stop like this. It's really unrealistic. Those are really not too well done. I mean, for the time they were built, it's pretty innovative, but they're not really that well done. What was Benjamin Franklin? And Benjamin Franklin was okay, but I don't feel like he's walking. I watched the show like 3 or 4 times. I never felt like he was actually walking. It kind of felt like he was on like a little stool getting pushed up like this. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have completely different opinions.
I mean, he just described exactly what I thought about Belle. So.
Well, the video will be. I think I'll have the video playing for you guys throughout what we're talking about, just so I can show examples for all of you guys. We'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. I guess it's time for. Here, I'll set this down. I guess it's time for me to say what I think. I haven't seen what is he from? The Benjamin Franklin? Is that from the American Adventure?
From American Adventure,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Epcot.
I didn't see that show for some reason when we went to Epcot a few years ago, but I haven't watched any ride-throughs of it either. I've seen the pirates with the swords that Alex is talking about. I think those are pretty neat. But personally, I think that the Belle looks really neat. Someone said in chat they really made it look like the actual animated character came out of the movie. It was weird to me because I'm so used to seeing like animatronics, like the what is the one in the California Adventure, the Ariel one. I'm used to seeing anime with like not like seams, but like what's the word I'm looking for?
Wrinkles.
Wrinkles, sort of. Like where there's like chunks missing, so like when her head turns, it like won't break anything. You guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like the pieces connect, sort of, and there's like.
That's just for maintenance.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's weird looking at going from the Little Mermaid to Ariel or to Belle, where it's just like it looks like it's from the movie.
The main difference is that the Little Mermaid, she's not wearing clothing, so there's no way for them to actually hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but for Belle, you can hide it in the clothing or hide it behind the fur. It's much, 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 much easier.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the main thing for me that's really, I guess, sort of impressive. And I really do think her movements, I mean, from the video clips we've seen so far, I think her movements look really good. I think we were talking about a couple months ago, Alex and I, about what were we talking about? About bringing a Beauty and the Beast themed attraction or land to Disneyland. And it's funny because like just a few months later, Tokyo announced that they were doing that to Tokyo Disneyland. And yeah, sort of, they probably stole our idea, probably.
I want to bring up something a little bit not off topic.
Okay.
But everyone always says, oh, Disneyland should when another park gets like something good, they say, oh, Disneyland should get it, or Walt Disney World should get it. Stop saying that. It's just like, when you say that, I'm sorry, not when you say that.
When you say that, you insult him.
No. If they ever do bring another ride to another park into Disneyland or Disney World, what happens is that it degrades the experience of that certain attraction. Like, imagine if you take Journey Center Earth, one of the best Disney rides ever created, and you put it into Disneyland. So basically, first off, Disneyland's not going to maintain it, so it's going to literally fall to pieces. Second off, it's going to degrade the experience over in Japan. So you go here, you go on it already. What's the point of going to Japan? It degrades the experience. So I really don't like it when people say, oh yeah, why don't you just build it in the park? That's why, like, off the bat, I'm not really excited for Star Wars Land because they're building it in Florida. I'm not really fully excited for it. It already degraded the experience for me. I don't. I am very different from both of you.
I'm like in my head, I'm like trying to like close down and like not say anything to let him talk. But I feel like actually sometimes it's a good thing to open the same attraction in other parks because, for instance, I'm never gonna go to Japan, so I don't want to live the rest of my life not being able to personally experience an attraction that I've always wanted them to bring to Disneyland, California. And so it's like, you know, I don't foresee the next time I'm going to Walt Disney World either. You know, so they have attractions that are opening there, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I kind of want to see that. But I'm probably not going to be there for a long time now, if at all, because it's so expensive. So it's like I kind of feel like Disneyland, it should be the exception, only because Disneyland is like the only park out of all the resorts that gets visited by locals mostly. So I don't know. I think that some attractions should be duplicated, but others should be unique.
All right, T-Bo brought up a really cool fact about like hopping over ride systems. Like, you know, Indiana Jones. Okay, Indiana Jones and Dinosaur. They use the same layout, but they're not the same ride. People keep saying that. You're wrong. All right, they are not the same ride. You cannot copy over Indiana Jones and put it in Dinosaur. Will not work because there's different slopes. Indiana Jones goes up about 2 to 3 stories within the first segment. Dinosaur literally goes in the flat plane. Just they are not similar. They are very different. Don't say they're similar. They are not. But basically, when they copy, I'm fine with them copying over ride systems because Disney, well, typically Disney, they'll go in there and they'll change up a lot of things. They go, oh, I want to change this, change the story, change the theming, change the elements, and make it like a unique experience. I'm fine with that. Perfectly fine. It's cheaper for them. But copying over the same experience just degrades the experience. That's my main point.
I don't know, because when you look at, you know, what they did with the more recent, like, Peter Pan rides, like, I think the one at Shanghai...
Oh, no, that's fine, because they're updating the experience. I'm talking about copying over the same ride, over and over and over. Like, you know, Space Mountain over in Hong Kong. Actually, that's different. What's a good example? The 2 Star Wars Land rides are copying over from Disney World to here. It's just exactly the same. There's no difference. That's the one I'm against. But if they copy it over and it's the same thing, but they change some things, like they update animatronics, update the ride system, update the queue, I'm fine with it, yeah. You're updating the experience, but you're copying over the same thing. It's just a cheap business move. Why are you doing that? You're pulling a Universal. I don't like
okay,
that.
Well then that I can agree with, because...
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I would still like to see a Beauty and the Beast ride here. I don't mind if it's different than the one in...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They bring it over here, but they make substantial changes to, like, you know, make it a different experience, not the same exact thing. 100% for it. But if it's like you bring it over and it's exactly the same thing, what's the point? You're degrading the experience. That's my point.
I agree.
That's why I don't want to see a Matterhorn anywhere else in the park. They were planning to build one in Disney World. I'm just like, oh, long time ago. I was like, that's a stupid idea. Don't ever do that. Because it degrades the experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with Chris somewhat. Like how they're bringing Tron to Magic Kingdom.
Well, actually, they're changing it. They're making it a lot smaller, but it's going to be the same story, so I'm kind of against it.
Yeah, but I also agree with Alex. Like, I'm never going to visit Shanghai to experience the Tron ride, but it's more likely that I'll go to Florida to experience Tron, because I can't go to Shanghai. So, yeah, that's another good thing. It's really just pros and cons. I agree with both of them. But someone said that they were coming over here to meet us, so, okay. After the stream, we can say hi, or after the show, we can say hi.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to my friend Eric Ramirez from Eric Ramirez Gaming 101. He usually joins me on some of my vlogs. He has a channel of his own. Obviously, I just gave you the channel name. And he wanted to be here today to meet with us and have fun, go around the park, but he's not feeling too good, so he stayed home. But he wanted to be here, and he really wanted to meet you, Matt.
I know, I wanted to meet him too.
You never met Eric before?
Nuh-uh.
Did I ever meet Eric? I don't think I ever did.
You never met Eric either. so you're not one to talk.
I've seen him so much in your vlog. Excuse me. I've seen him so much on his vlogs. Just kind of feel like I met him already. Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited to meet him too. Next time I come up, we'll have to. I need to burp really loud. I can already feel it.
Oh my god.
If you guys saw the live stream on Monday, do you remember that burp on Monday that I did after I chugged the Snapple? Someone in here said to chug the Coke. There is no way I'm going to chug this Coca-Cola. I think that's it. That's all the topics we have for today. One thing I do want to bring up. Do not ride Mission Breakout 3 times in a row. For the love of God.
I did it 13 times in a row.
13 times in a row. Okay.
13 times in a row.
Because before the opening day, they allowed you to buy special tickets to get in there. So I wrote 13 times in a row. Whoa!
You know, in 1978, I think it was, a man died on Space Mountain because they put him through the ride
Twice. Right.
I think it was 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Well, he was injured the second time, and he sent him on again.
Yeah. So it was like by the 3rd time, and they sent him out to the hospital, and he died. And that was not as an exciting attraction as Guardians. So, you know, Matt could have died for your guys' entertainment.
I'll put the picture up on screen right now. Those of you guys in the Discord and who follow me on Twitter already know what I'm talking about. I went on 3 times in a row, Guardians of the Galaxy, so I could put all the pictures together and overlay them on top of each other. You guys will see. I'll put the picture up. But yeah, after Alex told me or reminded me that someone died on Space Mountain by going on it 3 times, I was sort of like checking my blood pressure every couple minutes. Yeah, I went into the animation building to like sort of, I guess, like cool down and to like just sit down for a bit. And I felt like I was gonna barf. My head was like spinning. I was like gonna pass out or something. It was an interesting experience.
I think you should check that camera.
Yeah, once something happened.
Yeah, but the photo he took is pretty cool. It should I like not reveal what it looks like? Oh, it's like he like overlaid the pictures of him in 3 different spots on the ride vehicle, and I thought that was like actually really cool and probably worth his death. So, what?
Oh, Matt, someone's asking how to find you after the show.
After the show, we'll be here, or I'll be here.
Where are we going for dinner? Oh, Alex is leaving.
I have to leave very soon.
I might stay a little longer.
Okay.
Where are you going for dinner?
I don't know. I'm thinking Bengal barbecue. I haven't eaten there yet. And I've been
all right. I mean, it's more of a snack place, but okay.
Okay.
If anybody wants to meet Matt before the end of the day, he'll be at the Tomorrowland restrooms at urinal number 2.
But yeah, after the stream, for a couple, we'll be here for like 10, or at least Kris and I will be here for like 10 minutes, putting away all this stuff, and then I have to go back down to the lockers on Main Street to put away all my tripods and equipment. Let's see. There's no way for you to contact me. Yeah, just look around. Well, Kris and I will be here for a good like 10 minutes at least, and then we'll head down to the lockers.
Before we go, oh yeah, I got some time.
I got it.
A little bit of time, just a little bit of time. So before we go, I wanted to ask Matt of this whole week. Of this whole week, and besides Justin Scarred, what was your favorite aspect? It doesn't have to be a memory, it doesn't have to be a ride, it can just be something to sum it up.
Okay.
Make it sound like Justin Scarred is like a tourist attraction or something.
Justin Scarred is a tourist attraction. He is probably more photographed than Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Gosh, well, Justin Scarred is up there. He's probably like my number 2 or 3 of like overall experience from this week that I've been here. But
next to me, right?
Oh yeah, next to you, of course. I'd have to say my favorite thing so far or I guess my favorite thing from this week, was just getting able to hang out with all these amazing people. Especially on Monday, we had, who do we have on Monday? We had Alex, we had Kris, we had Mark, we had Justin, we had
the two girls.
Yeah, well, Caitlin and her friend.
You can remember the names? It's crazy. All right.
And who else did we have? We had Steve and
Lynette.
And
the guy in the hat.
Oh yeah, Freddie too. Was that 9? That's 9 of us, 10 including me. Just really amazing people. I'm really lucky to be in this community and to know all of you amazing guys. Yeah, that's really been the highlight so far, because Monday I spent like the whole day with Alex up until the meetup, and then Mark came, and Tuesday Kris and Lynette took me to lunch in DCA, and we talked there for a long time. It was really awesome. And Wednesday again.
No, Steve and Lynette, not me.
Did I say Kris?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Steve and Lynette took me to lunch on Tuesday in DCA, and yeah, we talked there for a long time. Finally, someone to talk football with, because none of these guys watch sports. It was fun talking football with Steve. And Wednesday, Mark came back Wednesday. Wait for this.
You hung out with Mateo.
Yeah, I hung out with Mateo on Thursday for a bit, and then Thursday again I hung out with my friend Brittany. We went on a few rides together. That was awesome. And then of course today, Kris and Alex all day long. Really amazing people. I'm really, like I said, I'm really glad to be a member of this community and to be friends with all these really, really amazing people. So that's been my highlight for the whole week. Yeah.
I think it's really cool that like everybody knew that Matt was going to be here by himself, but like everybody wanted to come to see him, hang out with him. Like, was every one of your days like spent with somebody else? Yeah, like every day that he spent here was spent with someone else. You know, it wasn't just him by himself. And I thought that was really cool. Like, I mean, at first I thought it was just, you know, coincidental or incidental. You know, the first day I went and met him at the airport, and what did we do that?
We went to your house, and we went to the pier, the beach.
Did you get attacked by the ghost?
No.
Mm-mm. No.
Oh well, later on for Matt hosts Ghost, you guys will see we did the Ouija board.
Huh?
Oh, you'll see. Don't worry.
Oh, it's cool.
Why? You know, if you do the Ouija board wrong, you can really mess up your house.
Oh, my house is already haunted. If anything, that ghost is gonna go back where it came.
Okay.
But yeah, I hung out with Alex all day on Sunday after I got off the plane. Yeah. What were you saying?
Oh, and then like every day after, he was with somebody. He was always like hanging out with people, and it's like everybody wanted to show their support, show their happiness, and it was just like, I felt like everybody from this whole Disney fan base just kind of came together just to be with each other and hang out and then share Disneyland.
Yeah, like I said, we're really lucky to be a member or to be parts of this amazing community. I was sort of scared coming here to Disneyland by myself because when I wasn't with somebody, I spent most of my time just sitting on my phone trying to find something to do. But with someone else, it's easier to find something, ask them what they want to do. They can drag you on rides. But yeah.
School Fuller asked how old you guys are.
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay, I thought you were 19.
No.
Alex?
I'm the oldest person here. I am 26, going on 27.
Kris?
I'm 30. No, I'm kidding. I'm 20.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I thought you were 23.
Older,
You think I'm that old? Are you kidding me?
I thought you were 23.
No, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Are you kidding me?
I was going to invite you out to drinks.
No.
But yeah. I guess right now we should transition into Matt hosts Ghosts. You guys will see. You guys on the live stream won't see the clip from Matt hosts Ghosts that Alex and I did on Sunday, but for you guys watching at home later on Monday, you guys will see that. So for those watching on the live stream, stay tuned to Monday. The podcast might be a little late just because I'm going to be getting home so late Sunday night, or I guess Monday morning. But yeah, we'll transition to Matt hosts Ghosts right now. Hello everybody, welcome to this very special episode of Matt Hosts Ghosts. I'm here with Alex, the historian himself, and as you guys can see, we are ready to do a little bit of spookums today, just for you guys. So if we die, it's on you guys. This is all for you. Before we get started, Alex said he would explain to us the rules, he said. I don't really know what rules accompany a Ouija board.
It's pronounced Ouija board.
Why don't you explain to us the rules, Mr. Alex?
Okay, well, first off, when you play with an Ouija board, you never use the Ouija board if you think it's just a game. And the reason why you don't do that is because it could be detrimental to your experience, in the sense that if something negative comes through from the other side, it will latch on to you, because it will feed off of your surprise when you do realize it's real. So another thing is never use the Ouija board alone, and the reason is because, well, kind of the same reason. The spirits will latch on to you, and without other people there providing some kind of positive support in sense of just being present, it could actually be a negative experience. So another thing is never use an Ouija board in a cemetery, and that's also kind of obvious because a cemetery is kind of considered a portal to the other realm because of how many dead people are there, and the fact that cemeteries are known for being haunted. So you never want to play with an Ouija board at a known portal. So another thing too is this is called the Planchette. This is what people use to figure out what the Ouija board is saying, and so you never leave the Planchette on the Ouija board by itself if you're not doing anything with it. So if we left it here, the very fact that the Planchette is placed on the board means that the portal is open. So you never leave the Planchette on the board because something could come through. So whenever we use it, we have to have our fingers on it, and it has to be either on the board or completely off the board, but we can't leave it by itself alone on the board. Another thing is you always end a session with goodbye. You can see on the board it says goodbye right here. Goodbye will actually sever the contact with the spirit, and so that's the rules. That's the basic rules that are on the box, but there are a few more rules. So basically, if you encounter a spirit that claims their name is Zozo, you must immediately move the Planchette to goodbye, because Zozo is a very famous spirit that is known to possess people. Also, if the spirit seems to be very, very negative, maybe cursing at you, maybe toying with you physically, you want to move the Planchette to goodbye to make sure you sever that contact with the spirit. So that's basically the very basics of playing with an Ouija board. So I suppose we'll begin. So one of the things that we want to do is you want to have one person designated to be the person contacting the spirit. So you can't just have a bunch of people asking questions on their own, because you can confuse the spirit. Spirits are very simple beings. They only pay attention to one thing at a time. So so it can confuse a spirit when more than one person is asking questions. Oh, another really big thing is never ask a stupid question. The biggest stupid question people ask is, when will I die? First of all, there's two reasons why you don't want to ask that. The first reason is, well, you may not really like what the answer is, and you may or may not know that that answer is going to be real. So because spirits can be liars just like we can, and even if the spirit was telling the truth, that's probably not something you want to live with, is knowing when you're going to die. So anyway, just be aware of that. So I will be acting as kind of the facilitator here, or sometimes they call it a medium. I'm not personally a medium, but I will be asking the questions, and if Matt or Jeremiah wants to ask a question, they can ask me to ask the question. And once again, I'll be acting as kind of the filter to make sure you guys don't ask a question that is detrimental to the situation. So anyway, so the first thing we'll ask you guys to do is I'll place the planchette on the board. Okay, so I'm going to place the planchette on the board, and then what you're going to do is you're going to place one finger on the planchette very lightly, almost like you just want to touch a feather, okay? And so we're all going to do that, and is that all I want to say? I think that's all I want to say. So you just keep your finger on the planchette, okay?
Right now?
Yeah. And then we're going to move it around in a circle just once. Alright, so let's go this way, around a circle, and then back to the center. Are there any spirits with us right now? Please move the planchette to either yes or no. Is there anyone here with us? Any spirits or anybody who's once lived here? Can anyone hear me? This board can help you to communicate, and you can move this planchette that our fingers are touching to either yes or no if you can hear us. You can even use the alphabet on the board to communicate with us. There's also numbers. Is there anyone there? Please answer yes. Are there any spirits in this room? Is there any spirits that might know who Matt is? How about any spirits that know who Jeremiah is? You have your finger lightly on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not pressing down. Okay. If there's any spirits with us, please move the planchette. I'll lift my hand up. If there's any spirits with us, please move the planchette. I know this house is haunted. I've seen a lot of strange, unexpected things happening here over the last 10 years or so. We've even seen some black hooded figures in one of the bedrooms in the past. And there's times when I go upstairs at night and I can sometimes hear or feel someone behind me. And I know my roommates have felt it too. Is there anyone that wants to step forward and claim that as you're doing? If you could just move the planchette just a little bit to let us know that you're there. Let's move the planchette in a circle, towards yes and then to no, and then we'll move it back to the center just to try to get it warmed up again. So. Are there any spirits here with us right now? Anybody who can move the planchette and communicate with us? My arm is reaching. We got no. Does this mean that you do not want to speak with us? Okay. Why do you not want to speak with us? Is it because, I don't know, because you feel like we're invading your privacy, or? Where's it moving to? Do you see a letter through the... I'm too far to the side to see.
K or N or J?
It's right in between, so...
It could be K.
King and M?
It has to be the K, because J and N don't.
If you communicate with us, you can use just yes or no to answer. If it's too confusing or too difficult to spell something out, we just want to know why you're here. Are you here because you are dead? Okay. Did you live here before, or are you new to this place? No. Huh, so didn't live here before. Okay. I've got to move my arm. What else should I ask? Are you a friendly spirit? That's good. We're friendly too. Let me see. I don't know what to ask. I honestly, you think about it all day and then I'm drawing a blank. Is there anything you want me to ask for?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Anything? Or certain things?
Anything. You tell me what you might want to ask, and then I'll...
Or do you even know? Like, I guess spirits communicate with anybody. I mean, here's one thing.
What?
My mom's brother, what's his name? Lloyd, no, Martin. Martin, he's been missing for years. Since I was young. And they don't know what happened to him. They don't know if he's dead or if he's alive somewhere. He didn't like vanish, but he kind of did his thing, and I don't know how you would word that, like ask if he's dead, or how you would, like, not break the rules, you know what I mean?
Jeremiah wants to know if you know of a family member of his named Martini.
Martin.
Martin? Okay, or Martin. And if you know of him. Okay.
What about how old it was, or if it's a boy or a girl?
Right. Are you a boy? I think that's a no, because I had to move the planchette away from the no. Okay, so we're going to say that you're a girl, and can you tell us how old you were? There's a number list at the bottom. What is that? I can't. 4. So you were 14? Is your camera still rolling?
It's fine. It shuts off automatically.
And have you been here long, or have you just been here tonight? That hurts.
T.
Have you been here long? No. So I'm guessing that you just showed up because I was asking for somebody. Okay, what?
Did you get Uber?
This is why I'm asking the questions. Okay, what year were you born?
Three.
3. I don't know what year that is. Oh, could it be... could it be the 1930s? Is it the 1930s? Okay. And are Are you from a place nearby? Okay. Have you spoken with anyone before using this type of board? I guess that would probably be a no. And I don't know, any questions?
Maybe what state?
Do you know what state you were born in? Are you able to spell it out or abbreviate it?
Let's see. California, Connecticut, Colorado, California.
Huh. I can't even see,
California.
honestly. Yeah.
CA.
Okay. And did you die of some kind of natural causes, or were you killed by somebody? I'm sorry, that's a complicated question. Did you die of some kind of natural causes? Were you killed by somebody? No. I'll take that as a no. Did you get sick and then pass away? Oh, okay. Wow. And do you miss your family? I'll take that as a yes. I don't know what else to ask.
You already asked if it wants to hurt us or whatever?
I asked if it was friendly.
Living family maybe or something? I don't know.
Do you have any living family members right now? No. Are you buried? Are you buried nearby? Okay. Are you buried at... I can't think of a nearby cemetery. Oh, are you buried at a cemetery in Huntington Beach? No. Other nearest one would be Santa Ana. Are you buried at Fairhaven Cemetery?
I think if you could spell its name.
Do you think you could spell your name? Oh, is there any other letters to your name? I can't see them.
I or J.
I or J. I don't know what that spells out. Is your name a common name? Are you still with us here? Can you still hear me? Do you want us to know your name? No. Is it because is it because you want to remain anonymous? Are you afraid we'll visit your grave? Oh. That's a yes. Huh?
I was thinking that too.
Well, honestly, I can't easily get to that that cemetery, so I wouldn't be able to go there and visit your grave. But I'd like to figure out why you don't want us to know who you are. So, let's see, I'm trying to figure out yes or no questions to ask in order to figure this out, but, let's see,
She's a 12, so.
How old did she say she was again?
14.
Jeez. Do you find us friendly? Do you like talking to us so far? I guess that's a yes.
Do you get just the first letter of her first and last name? So they don't have to spell it out?
Would you be okay with giving us...
Or like the initials?
Would you be okay with giving us the initials of your name so we know somehow how to identify you, you know, amongst each other at least?
Z. It'll be.
Yeah.
B and L?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and let's see. do you want to keep talking to us, or are we taking up too much of your time? That's a complicated question. Do you want to keep talking to us?
Okay, guys, well, that was pretty interesting. Why don't we go ahead, in case you guys couldn't hear us, why don't we go ahead and just summarize what transpired?
Okay, so, first of all, I wasn't sure we were gonna get anything at all, because for the longest time, there was no responses to the board from me asking if there was anyone here, but, eventually we did, and we had to start asking yes or no questions, because I think sometimes spelling things or just trying to move the planchette enough to spell something out can be a bit complicated or just time consuming. So I think we switched to just yes or no questions, and what we learned was that we were speaking to a girl that was 14 years old and was born in California. In California in the 1930s. And so and I asked if she had died of natural causes. She said no. I had asked if she was killed, and she said no. And so I asked if she had died from illness. Like, I asked, was she sick? And she said yes. So I don't recall what illnesses were going around in the 1930s that would have caused someone to be sick, but honestly, it could have been anything. What we did learn was that she doesn't live in my house, I don't think. I think she just came here because she heard me calling to whatever other realm that is, and she answered. Although she didn't really want to talk too much, I think she was really more curious, and that's why she responded. And let's see, and she's buried nearby in Fairhaven Cemetery, because I asked if she was buried at the cemetery in Huntington Beach, and she said no, and the only other one I can think of that's close to where I live is Fairhaven, which is in Santa Ana. She didn't want to give us her name because she didn't want us to visit her grave. Maybe because we're strangers. But she did give us her initials, which were B and L. So that's what we learned about her so far. Then the final question was, do you still want to keep talking to us? And she said no. So from what I've been told, you don't want to annoy or anger a spirit because you really don't know what they're capable of if they do not like your experience with them. So I told everybody that we'll just end it with goodbye. So by sliding the planchette to goodbye, once again you kind of cut ties with the contact of the spirit. So that was really interesting. I honestly thought I would probably contact a spirit that lived in my house, because I do believe my house is haunted. So, but anyway, yeah, so that's what we learned. And what did you feel, Matt? This is your first time with a Ouija board, so...
I don't know. My hand was really cold just because I couldn't, warm it up like I could with my other hand.
A cold hand when you're playing with the Ouija board is also a sign that they're using your energy to move the planchette.
Oh, interesting.
Or you could just have cold hands.
It could be either or. I don't really think I felt anything else. Yeah, just my hand was like really cold.
I tried to keep it like my fingers lightly on it as possible, like you said.
Yeah, I was stretching across the table, so whenever the planchette moved, I was like afraid I was gonna skew it. So, but what do you? I'd hate to put it so bluntly, but do you kind of believe in spirits now?
I don't know. Maybe. I've never done this before, so I don't really have any other experiences to base this off of. You know, again, it could be one of us just moving it. Of course, none of us would ever admit that we were moving it. But I don't know. I'll have to think about it more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the reaction I get from everybody else that plays it. But anyway, I guess we'll end it with just an important lesson that whether or not you believe in a Ouija board is kind of like one of those things where you shouldn't toy around with it either way, because if it ends up being something completely real and you screw it up, then it could be something that you'll deeply regret. So, anyway, and it's interesting because my roommate wants me to get rid of this board. It's not my board, actually. It belongs to my other roommate. But he wants me to get rid of the board. Problem is, it's not easy to get rid of a Ouija board, because supposedly, if you try to get rid of the Ouija board, you never know who's going to stumble across it, who's going to use it, or if somehow during its disposal process, the planchette comes in contact with the board. Whatever happens, usually anybody who's ever played with the Ouija board, if something comes out of the board, will latch on to that person. Could happen, supposedly. So technically, you cannot get rid of a Ouija board, but you could safely store it in a closet and never use it again, which is what I've done in the past 2 years. I've never used it for 2 years, so it's just been sitting in the closet this whole time. So yeah, that's my advice for you guys. Don't mess with it, but certainly don't be afraid to try it, I think.
Okay. Well, we hope you all enjoyed
That once-in-a-lifetime experience here on the show. Yeah, I guess we'll cut back to the live show right now.
Okay.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that clip from Matt Posts Ghosts. Alex and I had a really fun time doing that. I wasn't sure anything was going to happen at all. I don't think, did we do like an interview after where we were just I think we did, didn't we?
A what?
Like, I guess like an aftermath kind of thing where we just talked about what happened after?
We summed up what happened after the whole seance, just to make sure people understood what was going on. Because I know people love, like, what do they call that, where you just like you go over what just happened,
like a summary.
Yeah, people love it when you summarize what just happened. So I kind of thought, oh, everyone's gonna enjoy that, you know.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I guess it's time to end this stream, end the show, everybody. We're glad all of you watching live to be able to make it out. How many do we have? We have 19 people so far. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you all so much for watching. 18. Oh, right as I said that, I jinxed us.
Someone left. They're like, you know what? This is it.
Yeah, thank you all to everybody listening or watching later on, later in the week once this video goes up. Again, thank you to everybody who came here this week, hung out with me. Really, like I said, really lucky to be a part of this community. You guys have anything you want to say? Closing thoughts?
Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. No.
Chris?
Matt?
Okay. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of Matterhorn Mondays. And as always, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.